Hey y'all, welcome to Clackbits. Man, I am excited for this one. Today I'll be introducing a passion project that I've been working on in collaboration with KNC Keys, these little guys. Let's take a look at the Clackbits and I'll tell you how this little switch will change lives. So this isn't a review since these are my switches, but there will be some content creators taking a look at these soon, so be on the lookout for that. I do think that you will love these switches though. This is going to be an in-stock drop starting next Saturday, April 15th at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time and are expected to ship out within a week of when it was purchased. The switches are manufactured by TechC and these are the first palm housing from them to hit the market. After a lot of testing, we decided to make this a full palm switch. So you have a palm top housing, a palm bottom housing, and a palm 13.9mm long pole stem, long enough to give the homies a complex. We decided to go with the 62.5 double stage spring to give you a nice spring return, and it feels really nice to type on. The switches will come lightly factory lube, which I think honestly are really nice to use stock. But to get the smoothest experience and to tame the clack just a bit, I recommend lubing the stems with a layer of 205 grade 0, and since it's open, you can go ahead and put some oil on the springs if you think it's needed. Now when lubing the stem, you can wipe off the factory stuff or just lube right over it. Totally up to you. Like all TechC switches, the housings are nice and tight, so there's no need for films here. Now just for comparison, here's the sound of a stock switch versus a lube stem switch. Now I also went ahead and threw the stock and loop stem versions in the Sonnet with an alu plate and no foam. There's a little bit of polyfill in the bottom of the case, but that's about it. There's going to be a lot more sound tests at the end of this video, so make sure to tune to that, just so you can get an idea what these switches sound like with different configurations. Now the colors of the switches are based on my brand colors, which I think look really nice, but I decided to give the blue all of the shine to align with how these switches are going to change lives. So let's talk about that for a minute. Water is one of our most basic and fundamental needs. Where I live, and many of you watching, we are blessed to be able to have fresh running water in our house that we can use for sanitization, cooking, showers, and of course to drink. Imagine having to walk a block or two in the morning to bring home a bucket of water for your family to use. Now imagine having to walk a couple of miles every day for this basic human need. Now, as a father of 3, I can't imagine what it's like not having access to something so crucial to everyday living and to be able to provide to my family. So KNC Keys and I decided to do something about it. We will use a large portion of the profits to go towards building water wells in villages around the world that don't have access to fresh running water. We will be working with the Zakat Foundation to get these wells built, which give fresh water to small communities that should last them at least 30 years. That's 30 years of parents and in some instances, even children not having to walk miles to bring home a bucket of water. Imagine how much that's going to change their lives. Our goal is to get 4 water wells built in this first run of Clackbits, which will cost a total of $12,000. Now to all of you that support this project, we hope to give you a switch that you love and at the same time, be proud of being part of something that's truly bigger than this hobby. I'll link to Zakat Foundation in the description of this video. They're a reputable foundation who will make sure all the money donated will go towards building these water wells. They will select areas that need it the most and start the projects, which take about 6 months to up to a year to complete. They're going to share some photos and videos with me throughout the project lifecycle, and I'll be sure to share those with you guys. If you're not looking to buy these switches, you can always donate directly to the charity as well. which I would appreciate. Now, real quick, I want to give a big shout out to some of the international vendors who are going to be carrying the Clackbits. These guys stepped up and donated towards the charity, which already pays for one of the water wells. Swag Keys in Korea, Max Gaming in Europe, Ash Keys in Canada, Prestige Keys in Australia, Eglasten Studio in Thailand, Prototypist in the UK, Keepsmark in Indonesia will all have quantities in stock soon. Much love to them for not making profitability their end game. And I want to give a big special thanks to KNC Keys. Now, full transparency, I was approached by many vendors that wanted to slap my Clackbait name on a switch, which was really flattering, but KNC talked charity before anything else, and that sealed the deal for me. They put a massive portion of their profits towards the charity. They wanted as much as I do, and they worked tirelessly with me on making sure these switches met the sound profile and feel that I was going for. They have phenomenal customer service, and their products are all bangers. And bottom line, it's always great to work with good-hearted people, and you should shop with them too. Now let's see how these switches sound in multiple keyboards with all different configurations. Some with foam, some without foam, different plates. But before I go, from the bottom of my heart, massive thank you to each and every one of you who have continued to support this channel. I couldn't even dream of putting something together like this if it wasn't for you all. I can't wait to see 4 water wells with the Clackbait family written on the plaque. You mean the world to me, fam. Enjoy the sound test. Peace.